What's up, everybody? It's John with John Sports Arts and Collectibles coming at you with a brand new video. How's everyone doing out there today in the YouTube universe? I've got a fun one for everybody out there today. Today, I'm going to be discussing the top 10 worst baseball card releases, I guess you could say of all time, but of more recent memory. There are some pretty bad ones that made this list. I did my research on the old internets, checked out a bunch of websites that cover this topic, some blog posts that cover this topic, and then, use my own opinion with this top 10 worst list as well. There's one right here floating in front of you. This one didn't make the cut. It almost did. The Baseball Inquirer. Ooh, that's a pretty bad one. Let's give this one an honorable mention, the Baseball Inquirer. It's a pretty awful release. There are some good ones on here as far as bad releases go. There are a few surprises. Let's get into number 10 right now, a modern release. Here we go. Coming in at number 10, the only modern release. Well, they're all modern, but this is the most recent release. 2021 Topps Baseball. You can include Series 1 and 2 in this release. This is a horrific release. The design is kind of bland. The real problem is here you cannot read the font, the type, the player names. You cannot read them on the front and barely on the back. It's horrific. There are a handful of good rookie cards in this release, but for the most part, there are a lot of duds. Guys that just did not pan out. Some are still in the league. Some are not. A couple did okay or doing okay. Maybe one or two stars of the rookie class of this release. The other issue with this release is that this was so overproduced. There were over 700,000 copies of each card produced for this release. It is just an over-the-top, let's just call it junk wax release. The modern junk wax release. An image now is going to pop up of Shohei Ohtani, and as it scrolls down kind of slow, you'll see what I'm talking about when it comes to the player names and how they're extremely hard to read. And, unless you've got 20/20 vision and eagle eyes, maybe you can read it, but myself, I need a magnifying glass to be able to read the player names. This is just a horrific release. Like I said, overproduced. I don't know what else to say about this. This is number 10 on the list of the top 10 worst releases, baseball card releases. 2021 Topps Baseball Series 1, and let's throw in Series 2 in there as well. All right, number 9 is about to hit the screen. Here it comes. Number 9, 2008 Upper Deck documentary. This has got to be one of the dumbest releases, I think, of all time. 4,090 cards were in this release. Who collected this thing? Who bought everyone? Who got all these cards? I don't think anybody. Maybe there's somebody out there who has this complete set. 4,890 cards. It basically documented every single game played in the 2008 MLB season, and it just was awful. The photographs don't match up to the information on the back. There are game dates that are in question with this thing. Each of the teams is 163 cards. One for each game plus a season in review card. I mean, come on. What were they thinking? Somebody must have been smoking the wacky tobacco with this one. Horrible release. 2008 Upper Deck documentary. Coming in at number 8, 1995 Fleer Baseball. What a disaster of a release here. 660 cards in the whole set, but these cards are just like all over the map. Everything is so busy on the card. I mean, it was the 90s. They were trying to be cool and hip and happening. It's just like got this psychedelic vibe. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Some people call this the fever dream, the acid trip set. I mean, it's awful. Awful, awful, awful. Each team has roughly 20 players in the set. It's a 600 card set. It's just really bad. Not my favorite at all. Extremely hard to read. Just their stats on the front. The names are just all over the place on each card. It's just a bad release. What else can I say about this? It's just not good. 1995 Fleer Baseball. Now there are some cool cards in here. Lots of Hall of Famers. Little bit of the rookie class, the Derek Jeter prospect card in this release, but overall, just a plain awful. You can see the Ken Griffey Jr. card now coming up on the screen here, and hey, if you like Hall of Famers, this could be the set for you. But maybe you're into wacky looking cards. This maybe is the set for you. For me, absolutely not. I just have no interest in this set. And this is why it made the top 10 worst releases of all time. Coming in next at number 7. 1991 Donruss. Another train wreck of a release. A 770 card set. Guess how many? Well, I'll just tell you. An estimated 3 million copies of each base card was printed out. Horrific. Overproduced. Junk wax era gone crazy. Junk wax era on steroids. Everybody thought they would buy this product, put it under their bed, put it in their closet, bring it out 30 years later, and they would be able to pay for their kids' tuition in college. Not happening. I mean, it's just so bad. I can't help but laugh. There are no notable rookies in this set either. It's horrible. Here's Frank Thomas floating around the screen here. One of the highlights. There are some Hall of Famers in this release, but overall, just a horrific release. Donruss was just, I don't know what they were thinking here. 1991 Donruss comes in at number 7. 3 million copies? Come on. That's insane. It's insane. On to the next one. Coming in at number 6, another Donruss release, 1988 Donruss. Again, junk wax era, overproduced, 660 cards in the set. The most notable rookie is Tom Glavine, but you also got Roberto Alomar, who's a Hall of Famer but had all kinds of issues. And yeah, Mark Grace is in this release too as well. Just a bland, boring border on each card, like blue, black, red. The card stock is kind of flimsy, just overproduced. Again, not a good release. 1988 Donruss Baseball. All right, next up, we've got some Fleer action happening here. 1992 Fleer comes in at number 5. A 720 card set. Good Lord. I mean, it's so big. There are no good rookies in this set either. It is just bad. Esteban Beltre, Warren Newsom, Jose Hernandez, Juan Guzman. I'm just looking at some of the names here. There's nobody of any note here. Nobody. Jim Lewis. I mean, it's just bad all the way around. Vinny Castilla, there's a name. Wayne Kirby, Jarvis Brown. Just a horrific release. The cardstock's okay on this one. The design is kind of bland. You've got the green. The photos are okay. It's just not an exciting release. Very, very bland, boring. 1992 Fleer. And here's Bo Jackson. That's a nice card that's coming up. But overall, just kind of not a great release. What else can I say about this? This is the first time that the World Series champ would not lead off a base set for Fleer. And what else can I say? For the first time, Fleer tried to improve the quality of the cards by using metallic inks on both sides of the card and have a smoother card stock. It didn't help. It's just a overproduced year of cards and a very boring release. 1992 Fleer Baseball. Okay, next up, another Fleer release. 1990 Fleer comes in at number 4. Again, millions of copies of these cards are made. Junk wax era. Boring release. Barely any rookies. Larry Walker's the only notable rookie in this release. Hall of Famer Larry Walker. You got Sammy Sosa, David Justice, Juan Gonzalez, and Moises Alou. Just an overproduced year. Everybody thought they were going to get rich off this product by buying it, sticking it in their closets, in their basement, wherever they decided to hide it. And no, they made so much of this release. 1990 Fleer. It was the final year of the cello pack. From what I'm looking at here. I don't know if that means Fleer's cello pack, because I could have sworn cello packs came out after 1990, but maybe they're talking about Fleer on my information here. But yeah, 1990 Fleer comes in at number 4 of one of the worst baseball releases of all time. Okay, coming in number 3, one that maybe you weren't expecting, 1998 Pacific Online. Ooh. A bad design. Horrible design. This 750 card set was just awful. You got the big old online on the left side of each card. I mean, just an awful design in the back. The photos were okay, but just not a good release. I mean, I get it. Pacific was trying to be ahead of the times and release, have this online, release, but it's just boring, not good. I will say that each card contained a URL that corresponded with either the pictured player on the team or the team itself, but that all these domains have long since expired, and some of the team's domains URLs aren't even valid anymore. So if you were to get these cards, open them up, and then, do whatever the online thing is on each card, it probably wouldn't work. Just not a good release. 1998 Pacific Online Baseball. What else can I say? This one comes in at number 3 in the top 10 worst releases of all time. Okay, at number 2, and you knew this one was coming, 1991 Fleer, the 720 card set. They made 3 million copies of each card. Think about that. 3 million copies. Some people in the hobby call this the yellow monster. I just call it bad. Although I do like it a little bit. I wouldn't call it bad, but it is one of the worst releases of all time. I don't mind the canary yellow that's on each card, but overall, a very bland, boring set. There are a couple of interesting cards in this release. I don't think any major notable rookies are in this. Maybe Luis Gonzalez is the only one that comes to my mind of a decent rookie card of this release. And there's the Barry Bonds and Ken Griffey Jr. card. That's a nice one. And you've got your Hall of Famers, but overall, just a horrific release. 1991 Fleer Baseball, 3 million copies of each card. Just think about that for a second. That is completely bonkers, insane. Nutso town. All right, now it's time for number 1. Okay, here we go. Coming in number 1. You knew it was coming. 1990 Donruss. They made millions of these cards. Just so overproduced. The red. It's burning your retina every time you look at these cards. 716 cards. This is the largest set that Donruss had ever produced in their history. And it's over the top. It's hard to look at. It's worse than the 1991 Fleer. That's the red. I like a couple of these cards that are in this set, but in general, it's a tough one, man. I'm telling you what. There are a few notable rookies. You got the Juan Gonzalez rookie, but also there's a reverse negative. David Justice, Sammy Sosa, Larry Walker, Bernie Williams rookie cards. There are Diamond Kings and other Hall of Famers and, Nolan Ryan's 5,000 strikeout card, which should be coming up shortly. But overall, it's just a horrific set, overproduced set. It's the color. It's the red. It's just a tough one. And that's why it gets the number 1 spot on the top 10 worst cards, baseball card releases of all time. And I hope you enjoyed this one. This is lots of fun. And we'll just wrap this one up talking over the Nolan Ryan card that's coming up here, the Ryan Express. But I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll do more of these top 10 list. This was fun. It's a little bit extra work, and I'm getting the layout down. So you'll see some different layouts of the photos coming up soon in some future top 10 videos. But I'm glad you stopped by today to check this one out. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. And hey, I love to hear what everybody's worst releases of all time are. You don't have to give me a top 10, but just, throw it down in the comments section. If I missed one here, put it down in the comments section. I love to read the comments and get people's takes on what their ideas of the worst baseball card releases ever are. And you can go back into the into the vintage years too if you want to in your comments. And maybe I can put together a top 10 video based on your comments. And that's all I've got for you guys today. Greatly appreciate you stopping by. Till next time, folks, this is John with John Sports as a Collectible signing off, and I'll see everybody very, very soon. Take care.